Do you know a man survived being hit by a car and thrown 118 feet away from the car? Can you just imagine after being hit by a car and being thrown 118 feet away from the car? Can you be alive? No, there is a person who is alive. Do you know natural bananas contain seed inside them? Do you know all astronauts going to the International Space Station have to learn how to speak Russian? So we are going to talk about such interesting facts in this video. So let's begin. Fact number 1. In Tokyo, Japan, there is a Hedgehog Cafe. You can go to this establishment and pay 1000 yen to go in, have a capuniko and play with a cuddle some amazing hedgehogs. Just be careful when you are cuddling them because they aren't exactly soft and fluffy. Fact number 2. The smallest dinosaur ever discovered is only 16 inches long. Discovered in China, the Microceratus is one of the most recent dinosaur discovered and is the smallest ever found. Most of the specimens that have been found have also been fully grown. So the baby Microraptors would have been even smaller. Fact number 3. In England, pigeons poop is property of the crown. In England, pigeons poop is property of the crown. This is because pigeons poop could be used to make gunpowder. Because of this, King George I declared all pigeons poop to be property of the crown in 18th century. What an amazing fact, right? Fact number 4. The letter E is the most common letter in English language. It appears in roughly 11% of all words used in the English language and is used 12 times in very sentence alone. You can count it. Fact number 5. New Zealand is actually part of a much bigger sunken landmass. Dubbed Zealandia it was only discovered after humans had traveled to space as they were able to see it from above the earth. Some scientists believe it should be formally recognized as the world's eighth continent. Fact number 6. A female gladiator was called a gladiatrix. Gladiatrix, plural term for their peeps, were much the same as male counterparts and would fight each other for the glory of their masters and entertainment of the crowds. However, for some reasons, very little history of knowledge of them survived, save for a few accounts written by members of Rome's elite. However, for some reason, very little of knowledge of them survived, save for a few accounts written by members of Rome's elite gladiators. Fact number 7. Koalas have unique fingerprints. So do chimpanzees and gorilla. However, koala fingerprints are so similar to human fingerprints that the most seasoned forensic scientist would have a hard time telling a koala fingerprint from a human one. Koalas have unique fingerprints like humans. Forensic scientists would have also take time telling a koala fingerprint from a human one. So it is so hard for them to recognize the fingerprints of a koala or a human being. Really superb amazing fact. Go and subscribe the channel please. Fact number 8. In China, the police use geese as sentries. In many parts of rural China, police have opted to use geese as police animals as they are highly alert and capable of making lots of noise. Also, police geese sound cooler than police dogs. In China, the police uses geese as we uses dogs or police dogs. The China uses police geese. What a kind of country is China, yaar. Fact number 9. There are sharks which can live for up till 500 years. Greenland sharks have the longest known lifespan of the vertebrate animals. Bonus fact. They don't even reach sexual maturity until they are roughly 150 years old. Greenland sharks have the longest known lifespan of all vertebrate animals. Fact number 10. A man survived being hit by a car and thrown 118 feet away. Off duty paramedic Matthew MC Knight was hit by a car traveling 70 miles per hour and was capitulated 118 feet. He suffered some fairly serious injuries but amazingly managed to recover. He now holds the Guinness World Record for farthest distance thrown by a car. What a kind of record is this? He now holds the Guinness World Record for the farthest distance thrown by a car. Paramedic Matthew MC Knight was hit by a car which threw him 118 feet away and made his name to be written in Guinness Book World Record. Fact number 11. Natural bananas contain seed inside of them. The reason you store bought bananas are nice, soft and seed free is because they have been specially bred over generations so that they do not form mature seeds. The most common banana, the Cavendish, traces its selectively bred lineage all the way back to 1834. The most common banana, the Cavendish, traces its selectively bred lineage all the way back to 1834. Natural bananas contain seed inside them. Fact number 12. In Bosnia, Serbia and Montenegro, you can legally vote at 16. However, that's only if you are employed. If you are unemployed, then the minimum voting age is 18, much like the rest of other world. In Bosnia, Serbia and Montenegro, you can legally vote at 16 if you are employed. And if you are not employed, you can minimum voting age is 18, much like the rest of the world. Bosnia, Serbia, Montenegro. Fact number 13. All astronauts going to International Space Station have to learn how to speak Russian. This is because astronauts traveling to the ISS must hitch a ride with Russian cosmonauts, and the control of their Soyuz spacecraft are in Russian. The first British astronaut to go to the ISS, Commander Tim Peake, said, "Learning Russian has been the single most difficult aspect of my training." All astronauts going to the International Space Station have to learn how to speak Russian. If you liked my video, please subscribe the channel, hit the like button, and thank you for watching my video. Thank you, give me support.